Hi, this is Bridget here, and I'm working with my subject, Catherine. And today we are doing the Astrand cycle test it's a Submax test to determine her VO2 max via prediction equations. So Catherine has been warming up here for just about 3 minutes. So we are gonna go ahead and bump her up. And we're bumping her up to 100 watts. And I determined that because she's a very physically fit person. She meets the ACSM recommendations of 5 days a week, 30 minutes of physical activity at moderate intensity. And she is also exercising at 50 to 60 RPMs. And she is at low risk for cardiovascular risk. And for this test, we are going to take her vitals at 2 minutes, and then we're going to take them again at minutes 5 and 6. But the reasons for doing it at 2 minutes is just to make sure that she is within her submax range. And for her, that's 115 to 163 beats per minute. And so I'll go ahead and take those measurements in about a minute here. And also her resting vitals her heart rate was 81, her blood pressure was 108/68, and her RPE was 6. And RPE is rate of perceived exertion. So that is just kind of how hard you think that you're working at a given rate. So I'll show you a list, but the range is between 6 and 20. And so now we'll go ahead and take those first measurements. So I'll do heart rate. So you're at about 120 there, and that is within the submax range. So I'm gonna put that up here. What would you say your RPE is, looking at this scale?
Probably at about 13.
Okay, perfect. So I'll go ahead and document that. As I said, your heart rate was 120. You said your RPE was 13, and then I got your blood pressure to be 130/68, which is normal. The systolic blood pressure increased, but your diastolic stayed the same.
Okay.
And so then we have, I guess, a little over 2 minutes here. And then we'll be at the 5-minute mark, and then I'll take your heart rate again and your RPE and blood pressure. And here, I'm gonna take your heart rate at 5 minutes and 6 minutes, and we want you to be in your steady state, which means that your heart rate doesn't change by more than 5 beats per minute between minutes 5 and 6.
Okay.
And then as long as we have those values within 5 beats, then we'll go ahead and have you do your cool down after that.
Okay.
How's it feeling so far?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
Yeah.
Have Have you done a Submax exercise test before?
I've never done a Submax exercise test before.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. I'm excited to see what I get.
Good. Awesome. So I'll go ahead and take your heart rate. Okay. What would you say your RPE is?
Still about a 13.
Okay. Okay. That was 138 over 64. And your last heart rate was 132. So we'll see what we get here. Okay, I got 132 again. And lastly, what is your RPE?
13 still.
Awesome. Okay. So since the heart rate was in the steady state, we will go ahead and terminate the test. So that means that I'll have Catherine, I'll bump the power down to 25, and then I'll have Catherine continue there for about 3 minutes, and I'll take her vitals again at the very end of those 3 minutes, and I expect to see heart rate, blood pressure, and RPE all decrease at that point, and then we'll be done.